Hey y'all, Rich Risings loves. Beautiful new day. Oh shit. Hope y'all can hear me. Rich Risings, everyone. Beautiful new day. Rich Risings. Rich Risings loves. Oh, y'all coming in fast today. Say y'all trying to figure out the 3 visa-free countries. Rich Risings. Beautiful new day loves. Hi, how y'all doing? How's everybody feeling? Wherever you are in the world, please drop your locations in the chat, y'all. When y'all comment, when y'all like, when y'all share, y'all helping me push this out to more people, okay? So let's help push this live out to as many souls as we can. Please share it in your stories, okay? Share it in your stories. Share it on your pages. And let me know where you are in the world right now. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Feels crazy. I'm in New York City. Damn, why it feel crazy in New York City? Tyre, how are you? Oh, you need to get some rest. I'm feeling real good. I'm juvenated. Okay, Florida in the building. Jersey in the building. Rich Risings. Seattle in the building. We got Florida again. West Georgia. Houston, Texas. We got Tennessee. ATL. Okay, period. We got, you say the U.S. That's it. Just the U.S. D.C. in the building. What's up, D.C.? Okay, we got D.C. twice. We got Florida again in the building. Stand up, Florida. Where y'all at? What's up, y'all? Rich Risings. Beautiful new day. Oklahoma. Vegas. Okay, Vegas, stand the fuck up. Vegas in the building. South Carolina. Oh, shit. My damn light. Hold on, y'all. Let me fix my light because it's gone. Nigeria. Okay, Nigeria in the building. Hold on, y'all. Let me see something. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second because my light is blinking. I got to fix it. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. All right, that's better. I had to fix my light. My apologies. My light was blinking. I don't know why it was blinking. Okay, so shout out to everybody that's in the chat. Like I said, please share, y'all. Share the live. Share the live. That's very important. I need y'all to share the live. Please share the live. Okay, MD in the building. Stand up, period. Invite your friends. Invite your family, okay? Houston, Texas. Okay. Rich Risings loves beautiful new day. So, let me jump right in and let y'all know what's going on. In this live today, all right, in this live that I am on right now, I'm going to be covering visa-free living, 3 countries that you can move to right now, okay? That is technically visa-free. So everybody that's in here, please make sure you have a notepad. If you have any questions, feel free to ask some questions, all right? I'm answering all questions. Whatever y'all need to know, I'm answering the fucking questions. I'm giving y'all all the information y'all need today, okay? No holding back. I love your neck tattoo. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, love. I appreciate you. Get me out of here. Oh, I got you. Okay, so let's jump right in. So I wanted to do this live because I wanted to supply y'all with countries that y'all can leave and move to now, right? That is visa-free technically. So what I did is I picked 3 countries and I went into full detail on what these countries entails, okay? I made some notes, as always. I'm always making notes because I want you guys to take the information, write it down, use it, apply it, okay? So, what I want to start by saying is, it's very, very important for y'all to have a notepad and take notes, but also do your own research. Everything that I'm going to be sharing with you, you can find online. You can research on your own. But I take the time and I research and study these things day in and day out, so I can always bring y'all the good information that, damn, this light is blinking again. I'm just going to have to let it blink tonight. We're not going to worry about it because we not allowing no distractions tonight. We got to get through this, okay? So I'm going to let the light blink. We ain't going to worry about that. But I want to be able to give y'all the best of the best information. I'm never giving y'all some information that I just heard from somebody else. I'm giving y'all research information, real life experiences, data, just different things that I've researched on my own. And also, I do moving abroad consultations. So obviously, I'm very knowledgeable in the studies that I'm in because this is what I do for business. So, of course, I know my shit, okay? So, let's jump right in. We're going to start with the first country. I want to make sure y'all here and y'all listening. So, if you hear, drop something. A heart, a thumbs up. Let me know you listening. Let me know you with me. Let me know that you are interested in the information, okay? And I definitely want y'all to make sure y'all engage with this live. Make sure you drop your questions. This is what I want y'all to know about the algorithm of how Instagram works. When y'all engage, they push my videos out to more people, okay? So I need y'all engaging. I need y'all doing more than just watching the screen. I'm on y'all ass today, okay? So bring that energy because I'm definitely bringing it to you. So I want to start by saying that every country has different rules and regulations, okay? Like someone like me, what'd you say? Someone like me from West Africa, Nigeria, am I eligible to the information? So that's the thing that I was going to clarify. So this information is for U.S. passport holders only, okay? So I will bring more information for people who carry different passports, but this particular live is for people who carry U.S. passports only, okay? So I'm going to start with Albania, okay? So I know a lot of y'all been seeing Albania. I know a lot of y'all been seeing it on the internet. A lot of people are moving to Albania. Albania is popular right now. I know that there are a lot of black people because I'm dedicating this to my niggas, okay? The black people who always want to say, well, do they like us? Are we accepted? Listen, all three of these countries that I'm naming are black friendly, okay? Because I see that majority of my following is people that look like me. And I see in the comments that y'all are always worried about if you are accepted. I want to clarify something before I go into this. I need people of color to stop using their color to stop them from living the life that they fucking desire. Stop using your color as a scapegoat to not live your fucking dreams and living your purpose and live where you truly desire to live. Stop feeling like wherever you go in the world, they don't like black people. They don't like black people. I'm tired of hearing that shit. That's all y'all post on this page. And honestly, I don't engage with it and I don't entertain it sometimes. But y'all really be getting on my nerve with that shit. Y'all always crying about how people don't accept y'all. But the question is, do you accept your fucking self? Okay? I live in a country where I'm the black person all the time. And I'm the only black person majority of the time. Who gives a fuck? I love me. I know who I am, honey. I know me, okay? I know who I am. So at the end of the day, no matter where I go, I'm around Asians 24/7. That doesn't make me feel less than. That make me love and appreciate myself even more. Some of the spaces that I spend the most time in, I'm the only nigga. It is what it is. Y'all got to get over that shit. You can live a beautiful life in places all around the world. Okay? But it depends on who you are. Stop using your color as an excuse. Oh, people don't like us. Oh, we're going to be discriminated against. Listen, at the end of the day, you're going to be discriminated against everywhere all over the world for something. Not necessarily always color, but it could be anything. So I really want people to tighten up on that and stop using that as an excuse. They only dislike us if we give them a reason to. Exactly. Foreigners are always welcome here. Period. Thank you, Frank. Okay, so let's jump right into Albania, okay? So you can stay in Albania as a U.S. passport holder for up to 365 days visa-free. All right? It's our PTSD. I know. And it's the trauma. It's the generational trauma that has been passed down. But see, what I do in my business and what I teach people how to break that. Because all it is a mindset shift. You just got to take yourself out of that victimhood, always being the fucking victim, and stand up. Stand up. Stop laying down. You get what I'm saying? We have to learn how to be proud of who we are and where we from. And stop making excuses about everything. Nothing easy is going to come to anybody that cry and whine all the time. I know we've been through a lot. I know that melanated black people has experienced a lot. But at the end of the day, there are countries that is going to accept you with open arms. It has nothing to do with color. If somebody like you, they like you. Okay? And there are many people that live in these countries that y'all say discriminate against blacks, quote unquote. And these people are living beautiful lives. Okay? So I just want to get rid of that narrative. I'm sick of hearing that shit. So, like I said, U.S. passport holders can stay in Albania for up to 365 days visa free. Okay, that's a full year with no visa at all. If you want to stay longer than a year, you'll need to apply for a residence permit inside Albania before your 365th day. Okay, documents needed. Your passport needs to be valid for at least 6 months. That's important. That's key. That's key with all countries. I don't know why people think that that's not important. That's important. Okay, mental note. It needs to be valid for at least 6 months beyond your entry. And you have to have at least one blank page for stamps. This is Albania we're speaking about for anybody just coming in. For long-term residents, you'll need a clean criminal record, proof of income, health insurance, and housing documents. This is the documents needed for Albania. For anybody that's just coming in, we are speaking about the first country that you can stay in visa-free. It is Albania. Okay? Safety, because I wanted to make sure I hit everything that I know is important to y'all and that people should consider when living and traveling abroad. Safety. Albania is considered level 2. So this means exercise increased caution. That mostly means watch out for petty theft, like pickpocketing in crowded places, organized crime. They do exist in most places. My delivery is terrible. Okay, whatever that means. You can get off by. And I don't need luck. I'm blessed. I don't even know who you are, but please don't return. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. Next, organized crime exists, but usually doesn't involve tourists. Roads can be dangerous with aggressive drivers. Overall, in cities like Tirana and Durrës, that life feels safe, okay? But always stay aware. It's very, very, very important to stay safe. Don't worry about it, love. Listen, I don't pay people no attention. At the end of the day, look, that looks like, if I'm not mistaken, that looks like a black brother, okay? That looks like a black man. That's what I be talking about. Yeah, people have to find what works for them. Because I'm raw and I'm honest. Anybody who been following my platform, I am raw. I'm going to give it to y'all real. I'm not sugarcoating shit. I already lived the life that a lot of y'all want to live. I live it already. So I'm giving people the hard truth. And I'm from Detroit. I don't know where that person is from, but I'm from Detroit. So I come from a city where we do talk aggressive. And at the end of the day, if you follow my personal page, you will know I'm just a realist. I'm raw, I'm authentic, I'm transparent, and I can't sugarcoat. I don't give a fuck how nobody feel about me, baby. Long as God love me, that's all that matters. Let's continue. If it don't work for you, you can always exit. I got almost 200K people that it works for. Okay? Respectfully. My platform and my community that I built would not be what it is if I wasn't who I am. Let's continue. Let's keep it high vibrational in here, okay? Flights. Round trip flights from the U.S. to Tirana usually range from about 400 to 900 depending on where you fly from and the season that you fly, okay? East Coast is cheaper. West Coast is higher. And I think that can be debated, right? Vice versa. I feel like the West Coast can be cheaper sometimes, and I also feel like the East Coast can be higher. It just really depends on what part of the world you live in, okay? Housing. Most people start with temporary housing like Airbnb for a short-term stay, and then you can turn that into long-term. I personally recommend that when you are traveling to live abroad, it's very important to switch up your Airbnbs. Do not pick a place that you will have to stay for 30 days, because wonder if you stay there at that place and you don't like it. Wonder if you change your mind. Wonder if the vibes is off. Wonder if you don't feel safe. Wonder if you don't really care for the host. Wonder if it's bugs. Wonder if it's dirty. Wonder if it's not clean. Wonder if it's not a safe area. So I personally recommend doing a short stay on Airbnb, maybe like a few weeks at a time. Let's read the comment. The fact that she got out and she is self-sustaining is 100%. Yes, very much so. Very much so. And like I said, I'm just sharing my information with y'all. I'm already doing this. When I moved out the country, I made my first 100K in 30 days. I'm an entrepreneur, okay? I've been an entrepreneur. I'm also a mother of 3 kids. So I did this with 3 children. So I'm not too worried about what nobody got to say, because I'm doing this already. I'm doing what a lot of people dream of doing. And it has nothing to do with money. It has nothing to do with success. It has everything to do with keeping God first, shifting my mindset, shifting my identity, changing the outlook on how I view myself and how I go about life. I stopped making excuses. I stopped whining. 9 times out of 10, that person got offended because of the comment that I made about black people making excuses and whining and complaining and crying all the time. And that's true. If the shoe fit, wear that bitch. And if it fit real well, lace it up. I'm being real. A lot of y'all don't have what it takes to do this because you are weak-minded and you complain. You make too many excuses. I'm going to keep it real with y'all, and I'm going to tell y'all what y'all need to do. I live in Thailand. I live in Chiang Mai, Thailand. I just found you a few weeks ago, so I didn't know you made your first 100K in a short time. Can you touch on how you did that, please? I have multiple streams of income. Love. I love you and your outlook on fire. Thank you. Because I just want to teach people. That's what I do, y'all. I have a mentorship. I am the identity shifting psychologist. If y'all didn't know me outside of moving abroad, my name is Ilewashun. Nice to meet all of you who do not know me. I have been in this field of mental health for a very long time. I'm not just, talking just because. I literally have a mentorship. I literally have people who book me. I have clients who I've had for years who come to me for sessions to help me help them. For me to help them reset their subconscious mind. Y'all get what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to read comments at the same time. It's so true. I love you and your outlook on life. Thailand is my goal. And Thailand is beautiful. You'll love it. What I personally love, I'm going to get back to this in a minute. What I personally love about Thailand is it's a very spiritual place. And I'm a spiritual person. If you a spiritual person, you will understand what I'm saying. Thailand literally makes you face yourself. It makes you face the deepest, darkest parts of yourself that you possibly have been avoiding. It makes you sit in stillness and in peace. That's in Chiang Mai, though. I don't know if Bangkok get that same energy because I don't live in Bangkok. But Chiang Mai, for me, is slow. It's peaceful. It's very family oriented. It's a lot slower than the other areas of Thailand. But what it has did for me is it had made me truly face myself. I have not been able to run away from anything. Okay, my spirit team, they on my ass. My guys, my ancestors, they like, you're going to get this right now. I've went through so many lessons where I had to learn how to stand in my power, use my voice. Being in Thailand really taught me to be proud of who I am. You know what I'm saying? Okay, hold on, y'all. The comments coming in fast, and I've got to get back to this. Yes, I'm very spiritual. I love that. I love that you just keep it real. You just tell us what we need to know and stop being scared. Oh, shit. I'm pressing stuff. And stop being scared. We are looking at Costa Rica or Mexico. Please continue. I'm leaving the state in 9 months and back home in Nigeria or Thailand on my top. After 24 years in the state, I heard Chiang Mai has changed a lot. It's not the same, they say. I wouldn't know anything about that. How is the language barrier? I'm a student, so I speak Thai. Not fluently, but I speak some Thai. So, I'm going to get back to this. I just get passionate, so I keep stopping when y'all commenting. I don't mind engaging, and I'm going to engage with y'all as I talk as well. We going to do it all. So what I was talking about last was the flights, and I spoke on round trip flights from the U.S. to Tirana, which is the capital of Albania. Okay, it's from 400 to 900, depending on where you are in the season. Okay, now housing, I was speaking on how most people start off with temporary housing like Airbnb or short-term apartments for the first month or two. It's very important for you to find a short stay. Okay, find a short stay. Like I was explaining before I got off subject, it's very important for you to find a short stay because you don't know if you want to stay at that place for 30 days. You just don't even know if you're really going to like it. And that's what I did. Like whenever I travel anywhere, I always use Airbnb. That's my favorite. I'm used to it. I used it in the U.S., so that's what made me feel comfortable to use it abroad. But yeah, Airbnb, I highly recommend. It's other ones like Priceline and some other ones, but Airbnb I've used from experience. Then once you know the area, you can get a long-term lease. In Tirana, a one-bedroom can run from around $200 to $400 per month. Okay? Now, health insurance. For short stays, the health insurance isn't always checked for short stays. Like, if you know you're going for a short period of time, the health insurance doesn't matter. But if you are thinking about possibly considering staying longer or residency, you should have some type of insurance. It's smart to have it anyway because you want the coverage if something was to happen. Now, if you just willy-nilly, like some expats and some people who travel, they just like, hey, I'm not going to get any insurance. If anything happens, I'll pay out of pocket. That's an option too. You don't necessarily have to get insurance if you feel like you don't want it if you're just going for a short stay. But if you plan on staying there long term, it's important to have your insurance already ahead of time. Take care of it before you leave, okay? Now, the cost of living. Albania is much cheaper than the U.S. The cost of living is about 30 to 50% lower. Y'all hear that? 30 to 50% lower than the U.S. I was always an Airbnb girly, but they are huge Trump supporters. So looking into... Excuse me. Oh, wow. I didn't know that. You just taught me something new. Rent is more than 60% lower. Y'all hear that? So the cost of living in Albania is 30 to 50% lower than the U.S. And the rent is more than 60% lower. Y'all, 60%? That's huge. That's a big deal. 60% is huge. That's really, really huge. Many expats live comfortably on $700 to $1,000 per month in Albania. Okay? Now we're going to go into food. The food in Albania is obviously Mediterranean and Balkan. Lots of grilled meat, seafood, fresh veggies, cheese, and olive oil. The produce is fresh, often locally grown. Food safety in Albania is generally decent in the cities, but in the rural areas, you want to be a little more cautious with water and restaurants, okay? So if you go into an area that's not in the inner city, that's popular, that people actually know about, be careful with eating from establishments that you're not too familiar with. And don't drink the water. Make sure you get you a bottle of water until you really learn where you are and what's safe and what's not safe, okay? Religion. Albania is religiously diverse and secular. About half of the population is Muslim and 16% is Christian, and many identify as non-religious. People live together peacefully here, though, no matter the religion, okay? And how they treat foreigners, because I know that you guys care about this, and this is always a question that I get, especially like when I do my moving abroad sessions. A lot of people are concerned about how they will be treated in a country, okay? They really concerned about this. So Albanians are known for hospitality, just so y'all know. They known for hospitality. They known for that. And they have a cultural value called, I hope that I'm pronouncing this right. It's called Besa, which means keeping promises and protecting guests. Many expats have reported feeling very welcomed, and black expats often find locals to be curious but warm. So you probably gonna get a little stares, all right? They probably gonna be looking at you, checking you out. Because obviously, okay, You already know that. But it's not in a mean way. It's more so like, we're curious. We never really seen anybody that look like you type shit. Get what I'm saying? Let me see. What are the people doing for jobs and income? So this is the thing that I spoke about with a guest that's going to be on the podcast next week. The real reality of it is that I know that people need money, right? But people do not leave their country just to go get a job in another country. More than likely, they're moving because of the cost of living, because of safety, because of numerous other things. So 9 times out of 10, most of these people have remote jobs. That's what they're doing for work. That's what they're doing for income. Remote jobs, savings, or they are gaining some type of visa that allows them to work in that country. So it's a lot of jobs online that you can find that will allow you to work, and they will supply you with the work visa, the housing, and all that good stuff. So it's just a matter of figuring out like what you want to do. Or do you want to be a digital nomad? Do you just want to work online only? And then you get a digital nomad visa, obviously. So that'll be entrepreneurship. That'll be any form of freelancing. And then that'll be obviously entrepreneurship. So options. Veterans. Okay, what do you mean by veterans? Are you asking me a question? What's the question? So next I'm going to hop into Georgia, which is right over there by Albania, y'all. It's all close. It's all close. It's all close together. It's all over there in Europe, okay? So for Georgia, U.S. passport holders can stay in Georgia for up to 365 days visa-free, just like Albania. And what makes Georgia unique is during the year, you can even work or study legally without a separate visa, okay? So I'm going to say that again. What's cool about Georgia is you can actually work there or you can study legally without a separate visa. A lot of countries, you cannot do that. Thailand is one place. They not having it. So I thought that was pretty cool about Georgia. For anybody that's listening, I thought that was dope. Because they will allow you to come there, make your money, and all of that. And you don't even have to have a visa. You can pretty much figure out if you want to live there long term, if you want to be there short term. I recommend scouting trips, y'all. I recommend scouting trips of at least 30 days, okay? That's what I tell all my clients. That is what I tell anybody. Scouting trips of 30 days is impactful, and I'm going to tell you why. You cannot get the real experience of a location going there for 7 days, 10 days, 2 weeks, 14 days. It's not enough time. 30 days is more than enough time for you to submerge into that country, into the culture, and decide if this is something that you really, really want to do. You get what I'm saying? Because you need a day-by-day experience. 7 days, that's like a vacation. You're not really getting the full advantage of seeing if you like this location by only staying there for 7 days. So I recommend scouting trips 100%. And I recommend doing the scouting trips for 30 days, okay? Canadian PR. I don't know what that means. Next, the documents needed to stay in Georgia. Of course, passport valid for 6 months, blank page. If you want to stay longer, you apply for a resident permit in country before your year is up. So this is another country, Rich Risings, love. This is another country that allows you to stay and apply for a visa without actually leaving the country. A lot of countries you have to leave, okay? I know like in Thailand, there is certain visas that you have to leave the country. Like for me, for my education visa, I had to leave the country. They will not allow me to apply while I was here. Okay, question. Visa sponsorship jobs. Is there a website that's but not that I know of? I can do some research, and once I find it, I can send it to you. Just make sure you message me, okay? I can't think like off the back of my head right now. Not any that I know of for sponsorship, but I can do some research for you. I can look into that for you. Okay, but yeah, you can apply in country. So Georgia will allow you to apply right there. You don't got to go nowhere. Just apply right there if you decide to pick this country. Safety. Georgia is generally safe, especially in cities like Tbilisi and I don't want to chop up these names. Is it Batumu, or Batumu? One of those. The main warnings are for areas near the Russian occupied territories. And the you should pretty much just avoid that shit altogether, okay? All the Russian occupied territories, don't go. Stay out the way, okay? Otherwise, crime rates are low and people are very hospitable. Okay? So what I do like about Georgia is the crime rates are not high like that. If you come from cities like myself, I come from, obviously Detroit. I come from Michigan, Chicago, places like that, St. Louis, just a lot of places where there's a lot of crime. You can appreciate places like Georgia because it's not a lot of crime, okay? So that's something that I know is important to a lot of you guys, and you want to know, is this safe? So I would say absolutely, okay? Let's go into flights. Flights from the U.S. to Tbilisi usually run from $800 to $1,200 round trip. East Coast is cheaper. West Coast tends to be higher. Like I said, that can be debated. It just depends on where you are in the season on how high the flights will be. Because you notice that if you travel anytime around the holidays, it's going to be expensive. But if you travel in a season where not many people are traveling, not a holiday season, of course it's going to be inexpensive, okay? Housing. Like Albania, you'll start with temporary housing, short-term rentals, and Airbnbs, and then you can switch to something long-term and get a long-term lease once you settle in and decide what area you actually want to live in. And this is the thing. I think that you should explore different areas of the country that you choose and then decide where you actually want to live. Because you'll get to a country and then you will just decide to stay in the capital because everybody's in the capital, right? And then maybe the capital might cause some tension for you. It might be too overpopulated. You might not feel at home, or you might not feel peaceful in this particular city. So I think that you should do a couple weeks in one part, a couple weeks in another part. And this is if you can afford to. Now, if you can't afford to, then whatever. But if you can afford to kind of like move around a little bit, I think you should explore different cities before locking in a long-term visa somewhere that you are not that familiar with. And you might like it for that period of time, but then next month you might change your mind. The seasons might change. The environments might change. So I really think that a short stay in different parts of that country is important. Do not subject yourself to one part and just say, hey, I'm living here, because you might not like that place over time. So do your research, talk to people, ask questions, look around, travel around, go around, look at the different parts of that country to decide which part you actually want to live in. It's very important. So a one bedroom in Tbilisi can be around like $250 to $500 per month, depending on the area. And again, that's pretty low. You're not paying that cheap in the States. Okay? The States, you probably like starting at like $1,000 for a one bedroom. Like, it's getting expensive over there. Health insurance. Health insurance isn't checked at entry, but it's strongly recommended. A lot of these countries, they recommend it because they don't want any hazards or anything on their hands when it comes to you. And if you have to be hospitalized or if you have an emergency or anything, sometimes they just prefer you to have something just in case. Like I said, if you're a person that feels like if something happened, you could just pay out your pocket, then go for it. But if you want to be safe, if you want to dot all your I's, cross all your T's, just get you some insurance, okay? Now, for residency permits, there is a possibility that you will need to show insurance coverage. Like a lot of countries, because I know this for sure in Brazil, a lot of countries, they require you to show that you got some insurance before you try to apply for a residency. And you can be denied for that. So keep that in mind. If that is a country that you choose to and that you're deciding, keep in mind, I need to have everything situated before I apply. I need to have my insurance. I need to make sure the money is in the bank. I need to make sure I can show them that the money is in the bank. I need to show them what I do for work, that I'm receiving some type of compensation to afford my life here, okay? Now we're going to go into cost of living. Georgia is also much cheaper than the U.S. A single person can live comfortably for about $600 to $1,000, okay, per month. This is per month. Rent and groceries are affordable, especially outside the capital. So like I was saying, when you're staying in the capital, you got to realize that you're going to get some tourist prices. Because everybody's going to the capital, capital. Because they're thinking in their mind, let me go somewhere that's tourist friendly, that everyone is more familiar with. So, of course, prices are going to be a little bit high, right? You're going to have to pay a premium for certain things. Now, food. Georgia food is famous for cheese bread, dumplings, lots of herbs, walnut-based sauces, and, of course, wine. Georgia is one of the oldest wine cultures in the world, okay, y'all? And I love me some wine. I got to get over there. I got to get over there ASAP. Georgia is majority Orthodox Christian. Okay, now we're talking religion. There are also Muslim and other minority groups. Religion is a big part of the culture there. So you need to know this. If you are a person that is thinking about possibly going to Georgia, you need to know that religion plays a big role in their culture. Let me tell you why that's important. 9 times out of 10, when a religion plays a big part in the culture, that means that their laws are geared towards that. The laws, okay? I want y'all to keep that in mind. Just like the countries like Dubai and other countries like that, you see how women are, how they view women, because it's based off religion and it ties into their laws. And I was just using it as an example. So you got to keep that in mind, that is this country religious? Are they not? Are they open-minded? That needs to be a big part of you choosing your country. You need to know what it is, what it isn't, and what you are adaptable to, okay? Now, we're going to go into how they treat foreigners. They say that the people in Georgia are very hospitable, especially if you make friends. Expats have reported that the locals are friendly, though English is not always widely spoken outside of major cities. So you have to realize that in Georgia, outside of the capital, I keep fucking up that word. I'm sorry, y'all. It's nighttime here. It's about to be 9 o'clock. I had a long day, so my apologies. But anything outside of the capital, they're not going to be speaking a lot of English. And I think that that's crazy that a lot of people go to countries and they expect them to speak English. I know, y'all, we as Americans, we expect everybody to speak English, but everybody don't speak English. So you got to remember that. Outside of the capital, they don't speak English as much. So you have to keep that in mind for Georgia, okay? Now, next, we're going to go into Mexico. So it was 3 countries visa-free, okay? So we went over Albania first. We went over Georgia. Now we're going to speak about Mexico, okay? So you can say in Mexico for a different period. Okay, let me start by saying this. Mexico's rules is different than Europe, okay? Totally different. Their rules and their stay length is different. So Mexico, you would need a visa in advance, right? You don't need a visa in advance, what I meant to say. But when you enter, immigration decides how long you can stay. Technically, they say that you can stay 180 days visa-free. But, y'all, it's changing. It's not guaranteed. It really depends on the immigration that you come in contact with when you enter in the country. The reason why this has changed is because look at that man over there in the States that's running, America. He is causing a lot of friction between the countries. So Mexico has changed it. Now, they do say that you're supposed to get 180 days, right? But it depends. It depends. It depends on the immigration that day at that time, whoever you're dealing with at that time, right? Sometimes they get fewer days. So always have proof of funds, an onward ticket, and a clear reason for your stay. Now, if you do not want to waste money on a ticket, there is a website called Onward where you can go buy what's called technically, quote unquote, like a fake ticket. Okay? It's like a fake ticket. You can go on Onward and just put your location, like where you want to go or whatever like that. And then immigration is going to want to see that. I've used it many times and it is acceptable. It's not like fraud or something where it's like, oh my God, am I going to get in trouble? No. You can use Onward to show them this is my return ticket if you don't want to necessarily buy a return ticket at that time, okay? Next. Documents needed for Mexico. Of course, as always, I speak about the passport being valid 6 months ahead, for up to 6 months ahead. That's with any country, y'all. I want y'all to remember that. And also a blank page. And at the border, they'll issue you an entry permit. Okay? So if you want to stay long-term, you need to apply for a temporary resident visa at a Mexican consul outside the country first. Okay? So with Mexico, it's a little different. You got to be outside the country. Okay? Now, safety. Let's talk about safety, y'all. Y'all know we got to talk about safety in Mexico. So safety in Mexico really depends on where you go. Some states have high crime levels, but cities like Mexico City, and I don't know how to pronounce it. Is it Merida? Do children's passport need to be 6 months valid too? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I think it's Merida, whatever. And then Oaxaca, I think that's Oaxaca. I don't know, y'all. I'm chopping up the names, but y'all know what I mean, okay? Oaxaca, okay? These places are popular and relatively safe. Always check the state-by-state travel advisors before you go, though. Like, if there's a place that you know you want to go to in Mexico, do your full research as far as safety to make sure it's safe. Okay? It's important. Yeah, make sure your kids, listen, your kids you need to have their stuff updated along with yours. It's important. It all goes hand in hand. It's very, very important. Don't leave them out. Because let's say that you're good, but then theirs is expired or it's not up to date. And then they're like, you could stay, but the kid can't. Like, you know what I'm saying? You never want to have a problem or issue like that. Now, let's talk flights. Okay, so flights to Mexico are usually cheaper than Europe, y'all. So this is the good thing. Oh, my rubber band's coming off. This is the good thing about Mexico is the flights are cheaper. So from the U.S., you can get a round trip for like $300 to $600 to Mexico City or Cancun. And then sometimes even less than that. Thank you for your time and this great information. No problem. I really, really love what I do. I love this. I can do this every day forever for the rest of my life. I'm so passionate about it. I really, really am. Thank you so much for being receptive to my information. Housing. In Mexico City, a 1-bedroom can be about $400 to $800 per month. But in smaller cities like Merida, I'm chopping that up so bad. I need to learn how to say that the right way. Merida, whatever. You can find cheaper. Temporary housing is easy through Airbnb. Like I said, Airbnbs in Mexico are cool. They affordable. But I want to tell y'all something. Be careful with making sure that you read reviews because sometimes the pictures do not match. All right? Just joining. What country do you live in? I live in Thailand, but I'm not talking about my country. This live is about, I'm giving you guys 3 visa-free countries that you can move to right now. Okay? So the first one was Albania, the second one was Georgia, and now we're talking about Mexico. Okay? So, like I said, as far as the Airbnbs, in any country, y'all, it's very, very... All right. It's very, very important for you to make sure that the pictures match what's really going on. Because sometimes you'll go to some of these places and you'll realize that the pictures don't match. So always read the reviews on Airbnb, y'all. Read the reviews. Make sure that the reviews match. And stick to all-star hosts. Stick to hosts that has phenomenal reviews. or top hosts, okay? Stick to top hosts because you know that your experience is going to be good and you're going to like what you're saying. Because we don't want to get into situations where we book an Airbnb and then we get there and we don't like it, or it smells, or something is broken. Like, we don't want to deal with that. So be smart. Just be smart with that. Now let's talk health insurance. Health insurance is not checked when you arrive as a tourist, like the other countries I named. But for residency, you will need it. Mexico, you will need it for Mexico. Many expats, they buy local or international plans. Okay? Just to be safe. Now, the cost of living in Mexico is much cheaper than the U.S., of course. Many expats live about $800 to like $1,500 a month. Okay? So that's a month. And this really depends on location and lifestyle. Because if you are leaving your country to go to another country, but still do things the way you did in your country, you're going to be spending more money, okay? But if you live more so like a local, and I want to touch on this. As foreigners, as travelers, we can never really live like a local. Because you're not them. That country is not your native country. So you will never be able to fully live like a local, but you definitely want to have something that's called the local experience, right? It's a difference. You can never live like an actual local though, so don't expect that. But what I am saying is that depending on your lifestyle, how you like to live, if you are more open to Mexican food, tacos, you know, all the good stuff that Mexico has, then of course your cost of living is going to be tremendously cheaper than a person that's coming from America and they're like, I got to have everything imported. Then you're going to be spending more money. But typically about $800 to $1,500 per month cost of living, okay? Now food. Mexican food is famous. Y'all already know. Tacos. I think they're called tamales. Moles, fresh fruit, seafood, depending on the region. Food safety varies. And cities and popular restaurants is good. But always be careful with street food. All right, y'all? Be careful with the street food. Because y'all got to remember, y'all don't really know what's going on. Okay? These are not actual local businesses and restaurants. You fuck around and find out, eat some street food, and then out of nowhere you get sick. So just be cautious and think about that, okay? Also, stick to bottle of water, no tap water. Stick to bottle of water. Now, when it comes to religion, Mexico is majority Christian, mostly Catholic though. So the religion is a strong part of the culture and the tradition though. So that's another thing I want you guys to keep in mind. The countries that are big on tradition and their religion, you want to pay attention to, because that means that their laws are connected to that. So you got to keep that in mind. How they treat foreigners in Mexico. Mexico is consistently ranked as one of the friendliest countries for expats. This is why I say Mexico as best for last, because Mexico is a win-win. For everybody that's watching, that's thinking about leaving the States, Mexico is a win-win. Just don't go over there and get the disturbing the peace. Take your ass over there and act like you got some sense. Respect the land. Respect the land, respect the people. Because that's not your country. Just like how y'all feel some type of way when people come to y'all country and they're disrespectful, you need to have the same decency and respect for these people in their country. Period. Respect their shit. Respect their land. Respect the soil, okay? That's important. It's very, very important. And I can't speak that enough. But people tend to forget that. They do it all the time over here in Thailand. They forget where they at. Or maybe they just don't care. But I feel like that's a slap in the face. And why spend all that money? Why even do what you doing if you gonna come over here and be an asshole and be rude to the people? Like, don't bother these people. Get to their country and stay your ass out the way. Act like you got some sense, okay? Act like you got some sense, because it be a lot of crimes. But yes, y'all, Mexico is the friendliest country for expats. Can you please give me the list of the countries you have named? Thank you. The first country was Albania. The second country is Georgia. And then number 3 is what we're on now, which is Mexico. So all three of these countries give you the option to move without applying for a visa beforehand, with different rules, different regulations, and a different vibe, a different energy. Okay? If you miss anything, you can go back, you can rewatch it. I'm also going to put this information in an ebook that's going to be affordable for y'all. All my ebooks, all of my digital products is affordable. I'm not taxing y'all. At the end of the day, I'm already gone. I just want to help y'all, okay? I want to help y'all. I want to give y'all the information, and the information is there. A lot of people always ask, and they want to know, how did I get to where I am? How was I able to shift my whole life? My life transformed beautifully when I left the States. I always been a hard worker. I always been an entrepreneur. I always been passionate. I always kept God first. I always bust my ass. I never made no excuses, but I just never felt like I could reach my full potential in the States. It took for me to leave America, and that's when it all clicked. That's when it all took off. All of my businesses skyrocket. I was able to finally be in a tax bracket that I've never been in. Okay? Never. And I was able to reach my full potential when I left. Okay? So, I want to promote that and let you guys know that at the end of the day, none of this other shit matter. The first thing that matters is shifting your mindset. It starts with the mind. Everything is a mindset shift. Moving abroad is neuroscience. It's neuroplasticity. I thank you for affordable prices. Yeah, of course, because I'm not gonna tax y'all for the information. I'm just gonna give it to y'all, and y'all decide and choose if y'all want it. You get what I'm saying? What do you think about the Philippines? I think that the Philippines is pretty cool. I think that the people are kind. I think that the people are nice. Now, I have never lived there personally, but I do have plenty of people I'm connected to that have traveled and lived there. Okay? Excuse me. And I mean, it's one of them things where I feel like Asia as a whole is not perfect, because a lot of people like to make it seem like it's perfect. Asians do have their set of problems, but you want to find somewhere that you really enjoy, and it's not just about affordability, because everybody only picks Asia because they say, oh, the cost of living is cheap. It seems like that's all people chasing. But it's so much more than the cost of living. It's the peace of mind. It's the fact that your nervous system feels grounded. Your mind feels whole, complete. You're not stressing no more. You don't have anxiety. You don't have depression. You don't feel overworked. You don't feel like you got to do more than how you actually feel. Showing up in spaces where you don't want to show up. Everybody in the States is overworked. Call it what you want. Y'all don't have to agree with me. I'm saying what I know to be true. Everybody in the States is overworked. All anybody ever does is just fucking show up to work, and that's it. It's so much more to life than that. How much for the consultations? The link is in the bio. You can go to the link on my website and you will see everything that I have, and you can pretty much decide. Most really overpriced. That doesn't help desperate folks that need. Exactly. And see, that's the thing. Doing what I do, I'm just creating solutions for y'all. I'm figuring out the solutions, creating them, and giving them to y'all. I'm making them available to you. I'm helping you solve your problem. If your problem is, hey, I want to live a different life, I want to live a better life, I want to live a more aligned life, I want to be happy, I want to be at peace, but I still want to make my money, but I want to be able to take care of myself, but I want to, so on and so forth. I have provided that. I'm here. Let's do it. Moving Abroad 222 Prep Guide. Link is in the bio. The Prep Guide is only $2.02. The Prep Guide is literally giving you all the information you know to get started. All right? NeuroFreedom. Reprogram your mind to live and thrive abroad. That is the actual guide to help you reset the subconscious mind. Because like I said, I know a lot of y'all think that it's logistics, but it's not logistics. All right, you got your passport. Okay, you got money. Okay, none of that shit matter if you haven't shifted your mindset. If you haven't shifted your mindset, you going to get to your new country and you going to have those same thoughts. You going to have those same emotions and those same actions. And it's going to have you backtracking and you're going to end up right back in the States. So good luck with that. How are the schools in Thailand? My kids is 7. So I homeschool my children, and I have a nanny. Okay, so I have a nanny that comes weekly. She helps homeschool my children. I also homeschool my children. Well, I technically world school my children, but we study at home, so we also do homeschool. But yeah, we're not doing any schools. We're not doing any schools here. I love schooling my own children. I like to teach my own children because I know that there's things that the world and that schools can't teach them that I can. So I just prefer to teach my own kids. I agree with you. Thank you. Word, you telling the truth. It really is the truth, though. So for everybody that's watching or just came in, I named 3 visa-free countries that you can move to right now. So if you're thinking about it, check them out. Albania, Georgia, Mexico. Do your own research. If you got any questions, you can drop your questions now. And I'm going to respond to any questions that you guys have. I'm here. I can answer them. If you got any personal questions about me and my experience in Thailand, I'm open to answering those as well. I had such a long day. I'm happy. I finished my hair. Well, it's not technically finished, but I did the braids. So I'm going to take these braids loose. And then my hair is going to be very, very long and crinkly. Oh, it's going to be so pretty. I can't wait to take them loose. Probably like Saturday. I'm going to take them down. But I'm so happy that I was able to jump on, do this live stream with you guys. And then I get to sleep like a baby tonight. Oh, I'm so excited. It's 9:02 p.m. here. After you're done with homeschooling, is college the goal or not needed there? College isn't the goal for me, and no, it's not. I mean, so one thing that I want to clarify, Asians prioritize education. Okay? So education is important to Asians. So they prioritize that here. Education is important to them, but me personally, my kids, I'm not forcing them to go to college. I'm just giving them $100K each and letting them go chase their dream. I'm giving them money to invest in whatever it is that they want to do. So college is not mandatory for my kids. I want them to do something they actually love and that they're passionate about, and the money will come naturally. We're not worried about that. I just want them to do what they actually love, okay? I want them to be happy people in the world, because if you're happy, then you can actually go into other spaces around the world and be respectful and be kind, right? People who don't have that, they're assholes. This is why the world is polluted with low vibrational people, because people are not happy. So I'm choosing to raise happy, free, mentally grounded children, boys that are going to grow into black men one day. What exactly does visa-free mean? Okay, I actually put it in my notes on what visa-free mean. Give me 1 second. Because I knew somebody was going to ask that. So, I want to explain. Visa-free means no visa required in advance for entry as a visitor. That's what I put in my notes. I hope that helps. Always great info. Thank you. No, thank you, Rio. You always in here supporting. Much love to you, girl. I hope you have a beautiful day. I'm heading to the Philippines in January. And see how my spirit guides. Me. Oh, I love that for you. I love that. I think it'll be awesome. I think you'll like it. First things first is finding somewhere that you want to stay where you're comfortable. I feel like home and roots is so important. Wherever you feel at home, like my house in Thailand, I went through a lot before I found this house. But when I found this house, I just feel so much more content with being in the country because I have a place that I can truly call home. So finding a place that you feel comfortable, that feels like home, is so important. Make sure it has everything that you want it to have. Non-negotiable. Don't settle for anything that you don't like. Make sure it has everything that you want it to have. Non-negotiable. Don't settle for anything that you don't like. Make sure it has everything that you want it to have. Non-negotiable. Don't settle for anything that you don't like. Anything that you don't like means that that place is not for you. Find a place that you love completely, that you completely fall in love with. And that's going to be the place where you're going to stay. And being in a place that you actually enjoy and want to live in a country, it really inspires you to get up every day and go out and submerge into the culture and meet the people. Like, housing is so much more important than we make it seem. Oh, yes, definitely. Definitely. I've never been to Cuba. I've never been to Cuba. Is that somewhere you would like to go? Cost of living for sure. Cost of living for sure. But I always tell people not to put too many emphasis on that, because that can change. Like, for an example, a lot of people come to Thailand because they say the cost of living is cheaper here, but the dollar is getting weaker here. The US dollar is getting weaker. Now, that might change, but as of right now, the dollar is getting weaker here. It is. And that's why I say not to put so much emphasis on like don't put so much emphasis on like cost of living and things being cheaper, because anything that's happening in the US, it's like a trickle down effect to other parts of the world. So people don't think that other countries will be affected and things will change, but it will, because like for the country I'm living in, you got to think about it. Majority of the tourists that come to Thailand, they're from America, right? They're from America or they're from Europe or something. So that's gonna, if the American dollar gets weaker, then it's like Thailand is gonna take a hit as well. So it's just things like that that we have to put into perspective. Yes, I had a black professor who went several times. I think you should look into it. For anybody who is trying to figure out the most aligned country for them, I am also an astrologer, so I do offer astrocartography readings. In the astrocartography readings, we basically use astrology, okay? We use astrology. We use the stars to help you figure out the most aligned location for you to live. Okay? So that's how I chose Thailand. I use astrocartography. With the pension, I will be rich in the Philippines. I'll never be rich in the US. You sure will. Get your ass over there. What you waiting on? Look, I'm going to be supporting. I'm going to be cheering you on. I used to use Astro Gold years ago. Not anymore. Do you use it? I'm so sleepy, y'all. I had a long day. I had to do my hair. Then I've been in the gym, so my body is sore. Then I had to pre-record for an episode. Then I had to edit content for a podcast episode that's dropping tonight on the podcast. And that's why I'm so excited to go to sleep tonight. Because I am, and I still got to eat. Excuse me. Oh, yeah, I use Astro.com, too. I love Astro.com. I use it all the time. Well, I use that for my charts. I use it for my charts. So, anybody have any questions before I log out? This sister is about to get her some rest, okay? I think you should. I think you really like it. You should just do East Asia in general. You will love it. I went to Vietnam in July. And I just came back from Pattaya. And then I'm going to go to Bangkok in December. And then I'm trying to decide if I want to go to Japan or if I want to go to Indonesia, Bali, Indonesia for my birthday. I'm probably going to do Japan. And then my kids, they want to go to China. So it's like, while you over here, do all of East Asia. Okay, let me read. Lastly, how much are your consultations? The link is in my bio. If you click it, all of the information is in there. It'll take you. Okay, so when you go and you click the link, go to my website, go to the drop down bar, click moving abroad. And everything that I have available for moving abroad is on there. Also, in my bio, I have the one-on-ones. You will see it. When you click on there, it'll be one-on-one. So you can click that as well. Any tips on creating multiple streams of income to move abroad? I say find something that you really enjoy to do and stick to it. Social media is so vast right now. Like when I say you can do anything right now, you can get rich. Listen, content can make you a millionaire. You just got to decide what type of content you want to provide and what type of content creator do you want to be. When it comes to streams of income, anything that has to do with media, it's so many things that you can do, okay? It's so many things. Freelancing, where you're writing for people, logos, websites, anything that will allow you to have a laptop or a phone, where all you got to do is work from your laptop or your phone anywhere. That is the type of streams of income that you want to have. You don't want anything to keep you bound to a place. You want to be able to make your money anywhere. So, yeah, that's my tips for that. Thanks for sharing your knowledge and actually helping us get out of the U.S. No problem. I'm so passionate. Sexy Freckles, I would love to speak with you. Yes, let's chat. Let's chat. Click right in my bio, one-on-one. Click right in my bio, one-on-one, and get with me. Good morning. Do you mind posting this live? Yes, I will. I would definitely post it for you. Thank you. Talk to you soon. My pleasure. I'm trying to find my niche. I might have to wing it until I find out what content I'm best at. Well, don't go based off what you best at. Go off what you actually enjoy, because if you go off what you're good at, you'll lean into something and do it just for money. I don't recommend that. I recommend doing things that you actually enjoy so that when you're doing it, it don't feel like work. You want it to feel like fun, because then that's what's going to make you create more of it. The problem is we consume too much. We don't create enough. So when you find something that you really, really love, you will find yourself sitting for hours creating. And you will notice over time that creation and passion is what actually makes people millionaires. It's not their work ethic. It's not who they know. It's not none of that. It's them getting so passionate about what it is that they're doing that they create. And the more that they create, the more that they can actually have seeds that's being planted, and then they water those seeds, right? They water them. And over time, your seeds will create the abundance and the wealth that you also desire. And then you have no worries. Only do the things that you love. We get caught up in doing things that we don't like, and this is why people spend their whole entire life in jobs or companies for 30 fucking years. Back fucked up, body tore up, you hate your boss, you're unhealthy, you're mentally not even there because this job pays very well, but they treat you like shit. So you just gonna stay at a place that treats you like shit because you make good money? That sounds crazy to me. I don't recommend. I would never tell nobody no shit like that. Do the things you enjoy and do the things you love. That's my advice. And I promise you, when you apply that, you're gonna come back, you're gonna message me, you're gonna be like, girl, I listened to what you said, and this is what I came across. I know it sounds weird, but at my big age, I haven't found my purpose and passion. It has nothing to do with age. People don't find their passion until they almost 50. And that's because we get so clouded with doing things that don't matter. And I'm happy that you're here because I can inspire you and enlighten you to start figuring out what it is that you truly love and enjoy. Stop doing things that you just doing just to get by, just to say you're doing something. Start doing the things you love and doing the things that make you happy. Passion is what makes us rich. Not how hard we work, not who we know, none of that. It's passion. It's like passion be paying you for free. It's like you not really working because you passionate about it, so it's fun. Fun is not work. It's like I'm on a vacation every day. Fuck, you know? So I inspire people to only do the things that they love because that's what's going to pay the bills. It might not pay the bills right away, but if you stay consistent, because consistency is the key to passion. You get passionate enough, you keep creating, you stay consistent creating, you're going to look up 10 years from now, and those creations and the seeds that you planted is going to be the ultimate glue to your success. You're going to look up and be like, damn, how did I become this successful? And then you look back at where you started off doing things that you loved. Try it. That's how I live. That's how I live. And if any of y'all want to follow my personal page, click at the top, go and click. In the first video, my page is tagged at the top. And you go like see my everyday life and how I live. But this is how I live. This is how I got to where I am. I would not be this successful if I didn't start believing in myself and doing the things that I loved. I was a master pastry chef for 10 years, y'all. I retired early. I'm known in my city. I have a very big name. My name is a household name. I walked away because it was no longer making me happy. I had clientele out of this world. I still have people who come to me for my other business that came from my baking business. Because I had a baking company. I did that for 10 years. I walked away because it no longer served me. So it's like, I had to find out what I love, and then I love this media shit. I'm real good with media. So since I'm good with media, I was like, let me capitalize on social media and make money on social media. Oh yeah, it doesn't. If you read the description, it'll tell you that my assistant will email you. But I'll make sure she gets it via email you. Did you book the consultation or the one-on-one? Because it's 2. Let me know which one you book. But either way, my assistant is going to send you an email to book the date. And actually, she just messaged me. Yep, you'll get the email. You'll get the email for sure. You'll get the email, and then she'll contact you to set up the date and time. What time zone are you in right now? I appreciate you, love. Thank you so much. Same to you, sister. Sister, I got my own mind. I'm sleepy. Once I get to singing and shit, that means I'm ready to go to bed. I really am a playful, jokey person, y'all. I always be playing and joking. But today was a good day, so I feel good. And I'm happy that I got on here and got to talk to y'all and connect. You laughing? For real, look. Y'all remember that? Sister. Eastern Standard Time? Okay, so it's morning where you are. So where I'm from is Eastern Standard Time right now in my hometown. So yeah. You did that perfect. I used to love me some sister. I did. I love me some sister. And that's another thing, y'all. Living in Thailand, like, y'all, I can actually watch TV. Okay, so I know this sounds crazy, but before I left the States, y'all, I was so consumed with working and grinding and hustling, I didn't even have time to watch TV. I can actually turn on my Netflix and enjoy a show. And that means the world to me because I miss that. That used to be a big thing for me. I miss it. Like, I can really have movie days without worrying about me not working hard or not doing, you know. Man, this shit feel good. I love it. I'm so grateful. All praises to the Most High. I'm in the same way, jokes all day. You have a beautiful smile. Skin is glowing. Thank you, love. I appreciate you. Aloe, girl. Aloe, okay? You see, aloe. That's aloe. I use aloe soap on my face, and I use aloe cleanser, and I also use aloe eye serum, and it has collagen in it. Cause I'm real big on skin. I don't play around. Ain't no bad skin over here. And I have a son that's getting ready to be 14, and I just did like a mask on him the other day, and I was like, son, just because you a boy don't mean you can't take care of your skin. Your mama is gonna take care of your skin, and I'm gonna show you how to take care of your skin. We take care of our skin over here. We take care of our bodies, our souls, our minds. We don't play no games. You need to interview Then King from Toronto. He is in Dubai now and hosting a real estate investment conference in Dubai in November. Wow, I've never heard. Let me type him in and check him out. How did you hear about him? Is he on Instagram? Okay, period. Scoop it out. And I said the other day that I was gonna make some aloe lock gel for my locks. And I was going to use aloe with some flax seeds because, okay, so when y'all add the flax seeds with it, it helps it like stick together. It helps it become more heavier so that you can use it as like for locks if anybody got locks. I just moved. I didn't know nobody here, girl. I'm just brave like that. Sold my house and got the hell up out of there, okay? I was like, I'm done with this. I actually own property in the States. I sold everything and I left. Yep, so we done with that. Okay, let me type in this person that you said. DNY dots. No, L. Oh, he popped right up. Oh, wow. No, I never heard of him before. Do you know him personally? I'm from Toronto. Oh, you from Toronto? Okay. Period. So you say he from Toronto. Oh, so that's probably how you found out about him. That's probably how you found out about him. Okay. Yeah, I'm on his page. I never heard of him before. That would be nice if we can do a little collab. He say he the king of Dubai. Okay, sir. Money Meetup Toronto. Network net worth. Okay. I'm loving how people is getting out of here. Yes, he's back here for a weekend. Oh, okay. That's dope. I love it. I love how we out here thriving. Oh, we finished up not too long ago. But I think you probably just came in. So this live was to give you guys information about visa-free countries. I named 3 of them. The 3 are Albania, Georgia, Mexico. And if you want to see the part of me sharing the parts of me sharing the information and giving the tips and the knowledge and the info, then you could just rewatch it. When it ends, I'm going to post it and then you'll be able to rewatch it and you'll be able to see everything that I discussed. But that's what it was about. Now we're just freely talking. I'm just talking to family in the comments because y'all family. So I'm chatting with my family, you know. I'm going to say just wing it too, but I'm not selling my properties in the States just yet. I can respect that. Yeah, I've been owning since I was in my early 20s. I owned my first property at 23? So I was just over it. And I didn't want any ties to the States because I am buying property abroad. So it was no point in me. I'm good. But I respect that for you though. I think that if you feel that way, stick to that. Don't let nobody change your mind because obviously you want to have some type of ties there and you want to be able to have that pool of money that you can, you know, have access to. So I respect that. Where are you? I live in Thailand. My rubber band came off. This sucks. Yeah, I live in Chiang Mai. Thailand. And I'm about to go to sleep, okay? Neck is hurting. So anybody else got any more questions for me before I go? Y'all know I love talking to y'all and answering questions. I don't want to leave without answering everybody's question. To everybody that's just newly coming in, we started this live broadcast at 8. So we've been on here almost an hour and a half. 8 my time, 9 y'all time. So we've been on here almost an hour and a half, and this live was about giving you guys 3 visa-free country. And when I say visa-free, I'm meaning that you don't have to have a visa beforehand. That's what I mean, so y'all won't get confused. Was it difficult getting situated in Thailand? And how is the living and housing situation? Was it difficult getting situated in Thailand? For me, no. For me, no. It was not difficult. I'm gonna answer your question. Hold on one second. I'm gonna answer their question really quick. So was it difficult? No, it wasn't, because I walked into this very open-minded. I knew that it was gonna be something like I've never experienced before. I had no expectations. I just chose to pretty much be adjustable, right? I chose to just adapt, like to adjust to changes. I feel like I did really good to have 3 children, because I came here with my 3 children. You know, I brought my kids. So it's me and my 3 children. And I feel like as a mom who moved abroad with her 3 children, I feel like I did really good. Really, really good. I feel like I did so fucking amazing, because I went through so many different changes. And instead of being upset, instead of being sad and beating myself up, questioning my decision, I just trusted God. And I consistently kept moving forward. Asking questions, figuring things out. Now, as far as housing, that wasn't easy for me. I went through some hoops. But I have an amazing agent that stuck by my side. I did not stop. And what I wanted was non-negotiable. I wanted to make sure I had a house that had some type of oven, because Thailand houses are not like traditional houses where they have stoves and ovens. That's not something that's common. It's not like a common thing here. And if you do get it, you pay a top dollar for it, right? So the housing situation wasn't the easiest, but God blessed me in the end. I have a 5-bedroom, 4-bathroom house. So in the end, I got blessed. And, you know, God just on my side, baby. God just on my side. What is the difference between your consultation service and your one-on-one? My one-on-one is me and you just chatting like two friends. You could pick my brain. You could ask me anything. My one-on-one is just us chatting, right? The consultation is me helping you with your moving abroad journey. I'm helping you. You're picking a country, and then I'm helping you throughout the way, leading up into you getting there. I'm helping you with the mindset, the logistics, all the good stuff, the information, the research. If you read like the description on the website, it tells you everything that I'll be doing. I am a teacher, and that is definitely one place I would like to relocate. So I'm just curious. Oh yeah, you would like Thailand. Get you some rest, sis. I'll keep an eye out for the email. Yeah, I'll send the information to her, and she'll send it to you, because she just need my schedule. Wait, hold on. Okay. Yeah, she just need my schedule. I don't know what I touched on my phone. Hold on, y'all, 1 second. Okay, can y'all see me? Okay, good. I don't know what I touched on my phone. Okay, hold on. There's multiple things happening at once. Okay, my phone beeps. Where were we? How do I get involved in your consultation one-on-one? Oh, the link is in my bio. Just go to the top. And the one-on-one will be in the drop-down. And then the consultation will be on my website. So just click the links in my bio. Does consultation include helping first to start their online business? No, it doesn't. But if you want help in that, I can do that. Do your online business. I'm telling you, get into content. Listen, man, the internet is so vast. It's so many things that you can do. It's so many things that you can do. I'm trying to read these comments. Okay. And thank you so much. I appreciate you. I just wanted to show some love real quick. I appreciate it. Thank you, love. I hope you have a beautiful day. I appreciate y'all. Yes, I need help. Thanks, dear. Yeah, you can book it, and then we could just do that. I can help you with that instead of if you don't want to do the actual. I can just have your consultation be for a business. We can do that. I don't mind. You know, I love this shit. Okay? So, I'm about to head out of here, y'all, because I'm about to go to bed. Okay? I love y'all. I'm sending y'all good energy. I hope that everybody has a beautiful, beautiful day. If you got any questions, you can send me a DM. It takes me forever to get back to my DMs because I got so many, but I do respond, okay? Okay, I got another question. Let me answer this question. How did your kids adjust to the move from the States to Thailand? How was the communication barrier, if any at all? First of all, the language barrier is irritating as hell, okay? I think it's very important to learn a language. I am a language student, so I go to school here. So I am in school, and I am learning the language. So, for me, it's a little different, right? What you say? What'd you say? Oh, how did my kids adjust? My kids adjusted good. I think that they go based off like my energy. I'm always just so pumped up and positive and optimistic, and I think they go off my energy. They're really happy. I just put them all in sports. So my youngest is doing football, which here soccer is football. He's doing that, and then my oldest two is doing Muay Thai. Muay Thai. So, yeah, they just got into sports, so they're happy. And then what I'm going to do is I'm looking for some swimming classes right now because we're all going to take some swimming classes. I feel like black people don't never know how to swim, and it's time for us to learn. So we're going to take some swimming classes so we can learn how to swim, but that's pretty much it. I feel like my skin's so oily because I put some coconut oil. You talking about why y'all want to learn a new language? I mean, at least learn the basics. So, hello, sawadika. Thank you, kapkun ka. That's pretty much like the basics. What is the language? What is the language here in Thailand? It's just Thai. Lao Pu Pasatai Dai Nit Noi Ka. I don't know why my phone acting crazy. Cancel. Wait to take my hair down. Yeah. And we need to learn. Because my kids is like, why we got to learn? And I'm like, because wonder if we ever in a situation where swimming might save our damn life. We need to learn how to swim. That's important. We can't be out here in the world not knowing how to swim. It took me like maybe an hour to get these. My locks got so long. It took me like an hour to do these. I just can't wait to take them down. They gonna be so cute when I take them down. And the rubber bands is popping. That's why I don't like these damn rubber bands. I gotta order me some rubber bands from the States because these rubber bands is trash. Okay, y'all, I'm out. Y'all have a beautiful, beautiful day, and I'll see y'all next Thursday. We got a new episode dropping on the podcast today at 11:11 right here, time at 11:11 right here, a.m. Eastern Standard Time. New episode. This guest is in Colombia, all right? He's in Colombia, and his episode is dropping today. Y'all gonna see the video go up soon, And the episode will be live on the YouTube channel at 11 a.m., all right? So make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube. The YouTube is in the bio. You welcome, love. I hope y'all have a beautiful day. Peace.